Hey there guys, how's it going? It's Afraid Not and some more Black Ops 3 on in the background, and this is, I suppose you could say, episode 2 of my Road to Diamond series that I'm doing on my channel. And today I'm going to be showing you the assault rifles. I've managed to finally get these diamond. It took me actually a little longer than I actually thought that it probably would do compared to the SMGs anyway. It was actually quite a nice change actually, having using the SMGs ever since day one of the game coming out, and I always had it in my mind that I was going to go for diamond anyway. So using the SMGs from day one got a little bit too much, so I started to use the ARs and I had quite a good time with it. I don't think all the maps are suited for ARs, but I'm going to be talking first of all about the Shiva, and I'm going to follow the similar kind of style which I've done with the SMGs, and this is the worst gun I use. Now I don't mean that it's a really bad gun, because it's not. In the right situations this gun is so powerful, and I'm really just talking long range, medium to long range, because up close it's absolutely terrible. And you know me, I like running, I like gunning, and close quarters combat is where I seem to play my best, you could say, and this gun just didn't suit my playstyle whatsoever. So it is a very, very powerful and a good gun, but just didn't suit me at all. So next up in my bad to good list of assault rifles on this game is the XR2, and this is a gun, again, just like the Ferro. I think I said it in my last video that it's just very inconsistent. It just doesn't, sometimes it kills in 2 bursts, sometimes it kills in 4. You could be at the same range. It just seemed like that to me very much, and I just don't like the iron sight to it either. So for me, using a red dot sight on a gun is kind of a waste of attachment. I really don't like using red dot sights. If I can use the iron sights, I'll always use it, but after using the M8 I just felt, you know, like, why would you ever pick up this gun after using the M8? It just wouldn't make any sense whatsoever. The next gun we're going to be talking about is the ICR-1. Now this isn't a terrible gun. It's not the best gun in the world, but it's not terrible by all means. It's very run-of-the-mill, very average. It seems to me like this is Black Ops 3's version of the Black Ops 2's M27. That's how it feels to me. I think it looks very similar, if not exactly the same. It's just a variant of the M27, I think. So it's okay. I did enjoy using it. It's very accurate. It kills pretty quickly. It's fairly consistent. I enjoyed using it, and I probably will go back to it every now and then, but definitely not if I'm going to try hard. This is going to sound like such a cop-out, and I don't mean it to. I'm not really giving these in-depth reviews if you haven't already guessed by now, but the HVK-30, for me it worked exactly the same as the ICR-1. It's a decent gun. It's not the best. It's not bad. I enjoyed using it. It may have a little bit of a faster fire rate on there, but I couldn't really tell you, to be honest. I think that I would put this higher on the list over the ICR is only because of the iron sights. I actually prefer the iron sights on the HVK rather than the ICR, so that's the only reason why. I can't really tell the difference. They're like reskins of each other. As I say, this one might have slightly higher fire rate, but I enjoyed using it nonetheless, and it's not a bad gun, and it's not the best on the game. Now we're getting into some of the guns that I really like. Now the KN-44 is one of my favourite guns, I suppose, especially from the beta. If you've played it, you'll know exactly how it acts. It just acts like the AK-47 from previous games. It is very strong, especially from close to medium range. It's very, very strong. Long distances, it kind of suffers a little bit. It was actually the gun, or the AR, that I struggled the most to get long shot medals for, because if you didn't already know, you have to get 10 long shot medals to be able to get this gold. So this is the gun that I really struggle with out of all of them, but still, it's very strong. You know, a medium range, even just over that, you know, medium to long range, it's still fairly strong. So I really enjoy using this gun, and I will use it in try-hardy situations. Next up is the Man of War, and the Man of War, again, from the beta, it was one of my favourite guns. I think you unlocked it second on the beta, but on the game it's much later. I think it's like level 30 or level 40, something like that. So you actually have to wait a little while before you get it, and it is very, very accurate. That's what I love about it. I love the slow fire rate, although you can add rapid fire to it, which I do recommend. Rapid fire to it increases the fire rate just a little bit, but not too much, so it's crazy, but it's still very manageable. The recoil is very manageable, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, it's one of my favourite guns. Very hard hitting, very strong, very good over long distance. Maybe suffers a little bit up close, but I don't mind that, to be honest. It's very accurate, and it's definitely, again, one of my favourite guns on this game. And last but by no means least, it is probably the most overpowered gun on this game. It's the M8A7. Now, I'm starting to come up against people, or sorry, coming up against teams who will just use this gun and no other gun. This gun for me is the Black Ops 1 FAMAS. It's the equivalent to Modern Warfare 3's ACR and Advanced Warfare's BAL-27. This gun is the most powerful gun on this game. I know a lot of people are saying a lot about the Gorgon at the moment, the LMG, but I don't think that it's quite as overpowered as this. This gun will kill in 1 1 burst at short to medium range. At medium to long it's always 2 bursts. This gun is very, very consistent, it's very powerful, very good over long range, very good hip fire. It is a very strong weapon, and you'll be silly not to use this as a permanent unlock when you prestige, even for the first time, second time, whenever. If you haven't got this gun unlocked, unlock it. It is the best gun on this game. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a rating. I am working on the sniper rifles at the moment, so that will hopefully be my next diamond video, and I'm hoping it's not really going to take too long because I'm not a big fan of sniper rifles. If you've been following the channel, you already know that. But yeah, please leave a rating, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.